going on, everybody? Another episode of Nah Dude. As always, we are on every Thursday. Check us out on all our social media platforms and check out the store at nadude.com. Kermit Gonzalez, Pedro Lima, Davenport, and returning guest JP, everybody.
Yay!
What up?
Kicking ass in Tallahassee and fucking putting everybody in check. I don't know none of these bums. Fucking line them up.
I had to get
that was so good.
Oh, we were so hyped
for
over
that one.
Yeah.
Huh?
Had to get you back.
Yeah.
For your honor.
Yeah. I appreciate it, bro.
Oh, so good.
Appreciate it.
But
What was that when you said that? Was there any heat afterwards? Did anybody? Oh, look at this.
no, surprisingly not. I swear, I've always been like, how do y'all let me get away with just talking so disrespectfully?
It was so good.
Like,
though.
You're so
universally
mild
just-
mannered, dude. You're very polite, very nice. And then when I saw that video, I'd be like, who the fuck is this?
I don't know any of their fucking. Nobody knows their names.
Yeah.
Any weight class, I don't give a fuck.
I don't give a
That
fuck.
was so
Bring them up.
good.
Get the manager over here.
Come get beat up.
I mean, honestly, you're seeing like more of the real me in
Right.
a sense. But it's like you can't be walking around the street acting like that. It's like fuck you. It's like it just doesn't work like that. And
I gotta imagine your adrenaline's pretty high when that happens too.
yeah, but I'm actually like still pretty calm. I mean, obviously, it's like when you finish fighting, the camera's still on you, so it's like
Right.
you got to make it entertaining. Luckily, I'm not thinking, oh, let's make this entertaining. I'm actually like when they ask me that, I'm like, I truly do not know any of this. It's like, so I just answered it with a little bit more energy.
He didn't even go, how do I market myself? No, I don't know any of these fucking bums.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't give a shit whoever you want to put in front of me.
And I just leave it at that because it's like if someone feels a way about it, it's like
No.
there's two options. You can either press me when I walk out of the cage and I'm gonna hit you in the face, or we can
Meet in the cage.
meet in the cage, and then
Nice
we get
build
paid
up.
for it.
It'll be a nice build up.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like I send the shots out universally. I'm spraying everywhere, and then whoever gets hit and wants to shoot back, it's like, all right.
Has anybody decided to shoot
No.
back? Oh,
Yeah.
you fucking cowards! You piece of shit, Tallahassee! You're off the fucking market. Where are we going next, JP?
Yeah, what are we doing?
Duval.
We're fucking Duval. We're bringing fucking Orlando to Duval. Take care. We're gonna finish whatever fucking little. What's the motherfucker that fucked up his hip?
Isn't it Little Duval?
That motherfucker. Get in the ring. We're gonna finish what we started with that jet ski.
I like you just gonna take over the whole top half of the state. Just the two events, just take over the whole top half.
Oh, dude.
Just run everybody out.
Motherfucker's playing real-time Risk.
And we're coming to Daytona and then Orlando.
That would sound like that president.
We're gonna march to Jacksonville.
We don't know any of these bum states.
Honestly, yeah, that would be funny. Just have a whole map of Florida and then start putting X's on.
Yeah.
Oh,
And be
the
like-
little towns.
Yeah.
Like, bitch. Bitch.
That's your new merch, bro. I don't know you bums' names.
That's so good.
End up getting shot.
That's such a
I'm gonna fuck around and really find out.
that's such a good line. I would be worried about you remember the old Muhammad Ali, right? Where he's like, say my name. He just peppers that guy. I'd be worried to come across, I'm a bum, huh? Pow. Learn my name. Pow. So you just really gotta,
Carry my busket.
You know that is it would be funny if someone like went and felt the type of way. But
Right.
then that's part of the sport.
Right.
Yeah.
And then second, I would still have a joke. It's like you're not gonna stop me from talking shit. I'm like, all right, you wanted me to remember, but you can cuss me. So now I really won't remember your name. It's like so, but I'm always thinking it's like if they're feeling a type of way, not that it's like it's a win already in a sense, but it's like lunch table days. It's like I would always talk trash in that manner. And it was very confident, but also very disrespectful. So it's like, they're going to be like, oh, this man actually really fully believes in what he's saying. I'm a little hesitant.
It doesn't sound fake.
Yeah, because it's like, I truly mean that. It's like, all right, whoever the fuck wants to get beat up, just step over here and I'm gonna do that to you too.
Fucking bump collector over here.
JP Bomb Collector.
So when
fucking give him a Thanos fucking glove, and we already got the Tallahassee fucking jewel.
It'll be the coin, whatever Florida coin for that state.
Yep.
Whatever.
So when is Duval? When is Jacksonville?
That should be May 6th. They still haven't found an opponent yet.
You don't say.
So
they're gonna pour Mexican out and be like, "Hey, listen, your day was yesterday. Take that pride with you. Viva Mexico!" They're gonna hype them up and shit like that. Just gonna get fucking destroyed.
Fucking mushed.
Into the cage.
fuck out of here.
Turn into a cheese grater. Just
They give him somebody that he couldn't even pronounce his name if he took the time to learn it. All these
Much
rolled
respect
R's and
to-
shit. Yeah.
My opponent. Just leave it
Mr. Unconscious. I don't know his name. Damn. Well, that sounds fun.
Yeah.
Mace. So what happens if they don't? I mean, they have to find an opponent somehow, right?
I mean, if they don't, I'll
just
probably
get-
just commentate.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Okay.
I did my first fight commentation. Is
Really?
that what the word is? Fight
commentary.
Yeah.
Commentary. Either way. Like, fuck it.
We'll get it down. Don't worry.
I know it.
Yeah. Still
Trust
practicing
us.
that part.
You talked on the mic.
Trust us. We're professionals. You did your first fight commentary.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I think it's early March or something like that. But it was really fun. I liked it, and I think that's one you're getting to see, like, the other side. Obviously, like, mild-mannered, and that's how I am
Professional.
normally. Yeah, and that's what I also like to show when I'm commentating. It's like I actually do understand fighting and constantly trying to improve my knowledge on it, with whether it's me competing, just being a martial artist, but then also the analytical aspect of it.
So you're wearing color commentary.
Yes, I am black and I comment.
No. I knew.
That's not what that means, Pedro.
No. It is what it means.
Okay.
Color commentary, because you got the commentators just going, he's moving forward.
Yeah,
he's
you do
throwing
play-by-play.
And then he's going, he's throwing that jab. It's just landing right in his orbital bone. I think he's looking to God to stop this fight. I believe so too, JP, but more in the action. Oh, a big defense.
Yeah. There's the play-by-play guy, and then there's the guy adding insight and stuff like that,
Yeah.
which I'm assuming you.
Yeah.
How hard is it? I always wondered this, even watching UFC, but how hard is it to go? See right here, I would have cracked this fucker's head wide open with a. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What he should have done is.
Is
Like,
it hard to interject yourself? Like trying not to interject yourself into it?
No, the surprising part is like that was actually fairly easy, but I think that comes from, it's like I've been watching fights since I was about like 13, 14. So going from a spot where I was just a fan and then having like my little martial arts background, but then like consistently growing in that field. And then I had my teammates. I would watch fights with my girl, and then Biggie, Mike Biggie Rhodes, shout out to him, and then Gerald Mearshart. We all lived together, and we would we would be silent, but then they would be talking about things that should have been happening or what they could have done, and analyzing the fight with that like super critical mindset.
Yeah.
So, and then our practices, the coaches sometimes are like, who watched the fight this weekend? So-and-so did this, blah, blah, blah. What could they have done? And it's like building that, I guess, that knowledge base on fighting.
on how to communicate.
Yeah, there's some fighters that they could not explain what the fuck this happened.
So I'll say this. I've had the privilege of watching some fights with Kermit. And Kermit can't be anything besides a coach. I can't imagine him doing color commentary because he goes, we watching fights and we don't have to name names if we don't want to.
Right.
But Kermit's
Fucking slip!
throw your hands.
We've been working that shit a week. Fucking slip already. This fucking guy won't slip.
you know you're mad when you start turning around.
Oh my God! Yeah.
The other people.
He's turning away from the TV. We're in this room. You're looking at that wall.
Can I tell you what, dude? And honestly, I do miss watching the fights with Kermit and stuff like that. We'll get together and watch fights, and it's fucking cool because he has a little insight and stuff like that. At his wedding, though, we watched the when this bitch lost.
Amanda Nunes.
Amanda Nunes lost, which by far, and she has said it. His wife said it was the worst day in her life.
On the wedding day.
On the wedding day.
You were watching the fight yourself?
We had the wedding.
We did it at
the
the
wedding was
hotel.
done.
Oh, okay.
And then we all went into the lobby and watched the fight.
We all sat on a table watching it on a laptop.
She's in her wedding dress, and we're watching because she's a huge Amanda Nunes fan.
Oh.
There is a decorum to watching a fight. Mm-hmm. We're watching a fight, and then there's two other people just. I think they're going play by play, back to back.
Oh yeah, the ESPN crew.
Yeah, we had an ESPN crew there just talking throughout the whole fight. Oh, that he should have done. I would have done this. I would have just.
That's
like,
fucking annoying.
Yeah, it's too much.
Yeah.
It's too much.
Yeah, it's too much.
It's like show some excitement here and there, but it's like, dear God, shut the fuck up.
The thing I hated the worst about it was when they were doing like they kept saying, instead of what even happened, they kept saying what they think is going to happen. Like, he's going to throw a 1-3 here, and
I love
circles to his left, and it's just like, hey man, you don't know, shut up.
I love what I would do is like, calm down, buddy.
But these are people that you invited to the wedding?
Yes.
Oh, dang. That sucks when it. What's their name?
When you did commentary, did you know anyone else fighting? You kind of like held back. You're like, come on, bro. What are you doing?
We had a few teammates, I had a few teammates that fought. I know Mark Juarez, he fought. Mm-hmm. And then Mario.
Okay.
Vasquez, I think that's his last name.
I believe so.
That would be pretty racist if I said it's Vasquez. It's like
close enough.
Bro, that is not my last name.
It's Clarkson.
And I don't remember who else fought that night, unfortunately.
Yeah, I don't remember either.
Did they win?
We did have
Mark
Livins.
won.
He lost. Livins lost. Who we call Francis at the gym. He lost. He lost. But
so at the commentary where you're like, he's getting destroyed.
Yeah, I can't wait till Monday.
I definitely tried to
hit this fucker with a tomato when he walks in the gym.
He's just not disciplined. He just keeps his hands down.
And
he sucks at Call of Duty too. I don't know.
Yeah, you start
get real personal.
That would be crazy. There's something that I don't like, so you just
so petty shit.
So petty.
It's like this motherfucker don't know how to tie his belt.
Yep.
No wonder you got submitted.
He steals body armor out of everybody's coolers and shit. Yeah.
This
He
man
accidentally
needs
took my shin guards.
He needs to up his defense and the deodorant approach.
He still owes me for lunch the other week, and
It's like clearly this person does not know how to escape the back. And I talked about this last practice.
Yeah. You start just naming, and I talked about this last class.
But I would say I thought I did a pretty good job of being like not
biased,
not being
non-biased,
non-biased. And I got some feedback from other people. If you guys could ever find it and listen to it, I would love that. Just as like, tell me how much I suck. Because I was telling my friends, it's like, don't tell me how good I did. And
okay, we're good for that.
It's like, tell me how much I suck, just so it can keep me in check.
Yeah, it's combat, right?
Yeah, combat.
Yeah, okay.
Because I feel like you don't need to hear how well you did. Just like a few things. I like to just like give it to me like 5 things that I did well,
right? And
then just like roast the shit out of it. It's like just leave it like that, because then you remember. At least I remember like when I've gotten roasted and how I've done better after getting roasted versus just the compliments. But
I'm just gonna edit it, make him sound like he's stuttering. No, it's not good. His asshole doesn't know how to speak.
I wanna find it now.
But yeah, it was pretty fun.
That's cool.
It wasn't too hard to not interject myself, just because it's like, I know.
But
it's
you
like
still
got to
promote your. Yeah, you gotta throw yourself out there.
Yeah, but
go ahead.
I was gonna say what I looked at it as was just I'm getting practice for if I'm ever able to like commentate on like the 3-letter shows like UFC 1, anything like that.
It's a really good trait to have too. If you're a fighter,
good luck doing one.
Why you say that?
Try pronouncing those things.
I watched. Never mind.
Keep it proper with the shinchak.
I was gonna say the Asian names I could get, but the Russian ones.
The Russian ones
It's
coming
like you
at
got consonants next to consonants.
Bro,
like, I don't
those
know.
Thai names are fucking great.
The Thai names are crazy.
Saka paka paka paka.
Well, I thought you were about to speak Creole. I was like, "Suck my what?"
Yeah, real close.
But what were you gonna say, Dan?
I was gonna say because we've thought a couple times about commentating, being the color commentary crew at some local events, and I really do think it would be a lot of fun. But I'd be curious how Kermit could do, because
I don't know if I have a connection with somebody, if I would be like,
because
like, what are you doing, bro?
I mean, obviously you know some of these people, so you have to, even if you don't know them, you kind of have to remove yourself from the fight and then just talk about what you see watching it.
Yeah.
Like not what you would be doing in there, but like what is happening.
Objectively.
I treated it like a my bad.
No, I don't know if Kermit could do that. I feel like he would go into corner man mode or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm over slipping at the booth.
And I'm just curious how it would go. It would probably just end up with me and Pedro making fun of him for being upset.
And your boy lost.
And it would just announce the judges' scores at the end. That would be it.
Oh shit.
I know. I definitely just looked at it as like they were sparring in a sense, like how I would like coach in corner and sparring.
Right.
But what I was doing was, and it was for everyone, not even just like teammates. I was saying what I thought that each person should be doing, like hopefully loud enough to where it's like
Where they heard it?
Yeah. It's like, hey, and it's not like you need to be doing this, blah, blah, blah. It's just saying, it's like, oh, one opening that I'm seeing is when so-and-so does this, they could take advantage this way. And on the other side is that if he notices that the opponent's trying to catch him on that, it's just like giving counter.
Yeah.
I'm going in depth, and it's like, that's not illegal. And it's like, I'm just talking because it's the same way someone could be like, kick him in the face from all the way in the back. And it's like, it's not that.
Oh, you're not close to the ring. You're in the back?
No, I'm close.
Okay.
But I'm saying, it's like, I'm saying what I think could happen, but it's like, it's the same way that dumbass drunk, it was like, hit him in the face. It's like, if the person does it, they do it.
Didn't Kevin Holland in the middle of a fight heard Daniel Cormier say something? And he adjusted. There was a fighter that
I think he even acknowledged that he heard them.
Yeah, I heard it and I adjusted.
Yeah.
Big shout out to DC. Like he got coached.
It was one of those Apex COVID matches where you could hear everything.
Yeah, where you can hear everything.
And I actually learned that from DC. Like my friend Gerald Mearshart, he was fighting Deron Wynn, who is DC's like protege, someone that he brought up. They have a solid relationship. And when they were fighting, I think Gerald said that he heard like DC like commentating, but also it's like it's advice that could actually help Deron win. And nothing like malicious by any means.
Yeah.
But it's like it's sports. And he wasn't showing like favoritism or anything, but I was like, hey, if DC does that, it's like I'm not
You
saying
gotta
that
throw
I'm
the
just,
little
like,
nuggets out there.
but it's like I'm doing it on both ends. I want them to have a good fight. Obviously, I want my own person to win, but I wasn't salty if they didn't. It's
Right.
It's part of the game, and I say I can detach myself pretty well. Where it's like, hey, look, man, it's like I'm just calling the fight.
Right,
It's
right,
like
right.
you know I want you to win, but if you don't, shit happens.
Yeah.
And also, it was a lot of amateur fights too, so I was like, who gives a shit anyway?
I guess realistically too, like the color guy, right? The color commentary,
That's fine. You didn't add the ER.
the analyst.
You didn't add the colored guy. I was like, whoa.
The colored guy.
I was like, now we gotta talk about your grandma a little bit. Like,
the other,
The commentary.
completely ignored.
No, the color commentary guy is, I think generally usually they are a fighter, or like if you're even in NFL, right? You have your play-by-play, and then usually they have a former quarterback or somebody else in there,
Right.
So they're usually it's hard for them to be completely unbiased because you are that, so you could be watching and seeing what's happening and wanting to give opinions and advice on it as a fighter. So I don't think it's that big of a deal. As long as you're not in the corner going, like, rooting for one person, then it gets unprofessional there.
That is extremely unprofessional.
You dropped it.
Give me my fucking water, bro.
I don't have
You
your
dropped
water.
your water.
Where did I? Oh, thank you.
Earlier when you were calling out Lil Duval, you tipped your table over and it fell.
Bro, I felt his energy. He's about to yell at me, and I'm listening to you, and I'm just like, he's gonna yell at me for no reason.
I'm looking at that water over there. It's like, this fucking asshole took my water.
And I'm like, all right, here he comes. Here he comes. I'm just listening to your stuff. I honestly didn't even get to like get all the info from your story because this asshole was rummaging around here looking for his ball. I'm just like, he's gonna yell at me as soon as Danny's finished. I know you get to answer Danny.
He goes, oh,
here it comes. It just
Oh, Jesus Christ.
oh shit.
I was thirsty, bro.
You were saying the bias part. I'm trying to think. I wanted to respond to that, but now
I guess what I'm saying is like if you're watching someone lose a fight, as a fighter, your instinct would be to try to say some things that would maybe correct them losing it. It's not really a bias. You're explaining to the fans, who are listening, what could happen or what should happen or whatever. So I think there's a difference between that and going, come on, Mike, what the fuck? Transition or whatever. You know what I mean? I think there's a little bit different than that.
I definitely.
Because if you were sitting in there yelling, take the back or whatever, like that's a little much.
You said there was a lot of amateur fights. Was there a fight that was so...
I think it was all amateur, to be honest.
It was all...
Yeah,
okay,
it was.
so was there one that was so bad that it's like, I can't... It's like putting whipped cream on shit. It's still shit. I'm trying my best, but I just can't.
How many times would you be watching? Like, could you, if you were doing color commentary and somebody started throwing like these punches?
Oh yeah, like the flare.
Have you ever seen the video from the guy from ESPN who's boxing when ESPN used to have like boxing at 1 o'clock in the morning and it was just always two white guys and they had one guy from Orlando and he just fucking.
Did he get knocked the fuck out?
Oh, he got knocked.
I think I know exactly what you're talking about.
Even Ben Smith may be a pretty good matchup. What do you think? I mean, look at this guy. This is bizarre stuff. Almost looks like a rock and socket robot. And Timber. He is cold cocked by Tony.
How would I even comment on that?
I
I
would respectfully make fun of them.
You have to,
It's
right?
like
You start off with, look at this. Look at
thing,
this.
it's like-
that's how you started off. Because everybody already knows what's gonna happen. Like, whoa, look at this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it would. I can't see
Oh, yeah, I
a
remember
joke
that
and
one.
then not make it.
Right.
It's like,
But you have to be like passive about it a little bit.
it's like I'm not gonna go too hard on them, but it's like you need to know that you suck.
Yeah. And everybody needs to
Respectfully.
know.
Respectfully.
That's gonna be like my new thing. Respectfully.
Clearly, some of these guys needs to go back to the mat. Try that voice next time. Whenever you get bored, try it out.
Boring,
there.
just switch it up.
Whenever the two city workers are fighting each other at the amateur, just
I'm
put
gonna
their
have to
in
get
that
It
voice.
looks like he's going for a Kimura.
I'm gonna have to have like a button-up white shirt, tuck the pants.
Oh,
in,
yeah,
all-
100%.
All that, and then
You- yeah,
automatically it's like,
Yeah.
would you look at these guys? Huh?
Put a copy of the Constitution in your pocket or some fucking dumb shit.
It's always like, I swear, those are like that's like the starter pack for racism.
Yeah.
It's like anybody who's like obsessed with the Constitution, it's like, you're probably
I
racist.
keep one in my pocket.
It's like, what the fuck do you need that for?
For what?
You never know.
I know my rights. Follow through.
And they got those sunglasses. Yeah.
It's always Oakley.
And especially if they wear on the back of their head and it's the orange ones, it's like, bro,
Oh, you
Yes.
know what? I never thought about that.
Wow.
you are racist.
I didn't know that.
That's a good one. That's just.
You didn't know that?
I need to check I don't ever wear them on the back of my head.
Oh, no.
But you've seen them.
right?
But you've seen them.
It's the
You
orange,
had to see
like the amber color ones
Yeah.
or whatever, right? Okay.
Especially if they're like
I do.
bald and they
They
got
still-
shaved down all the way.
I
Yeah,
gotta keep my
Stone
eyes out
Cold.
for those.
I keep my eyes.
The
I mean, not out of fear of anything, but just to know. You know
I just
what I
want to
mean?
join.
Hey, brother, where'd I sign up?
Shit. One thing I've always felt, we could go back to it, but one thing I've always, like, when they go back to, when they set a film in like the 40s or 50s
Yeah.
or whatever, the way white people talk, it's just so hard for me to believe that they actually really, and I don't mean like saying
Wow,
the
you didn't
racist
think they
things.
talk like this.
Yeah, it's like the hell.
Hey.
They all talk like a...
Welcome to the ball game. Yeah, like, do they talk like that? They all talk like fucking. What's the fucking what's the?
We're gonna have a hook
villain?
tonight.
What's that villain? Oh shit, the cartoon
The
villain.
fucking
Yeah,
from Rocky and Bullwinkle.
that's what they all sound like in those movies, those period piece movies.
That is true. Hey, boy, you need to come over here.
Hey, boy.
I don't know, Chapman. What's it like to be a redneck piece of shit?
Well, it's not very good, you know. Feels just fine for me, though.
Robinson up. Here's the pitch.
Holy moly, he hit it over the fence.
There's a scene that the guy's just standing out and he's just going off and off. And the whole crowd is just like, hey, it's a beautiful Sunday, huh?
This is a delicious
It's
hot
just
dog.
fucking, it's just, it sucks that kids are not going to know that fucking history
Yeah.
because it's going to be wiped out.
Oh, don't forget to get that close. Yeah.
Oops.
I'm surprised they haven't banned that movie yet because it shows.
Oh, I'm pretty sure.
It's got to hurt. Obviously,
It's hurting white people's feelings.
yes, that's the requirements for getting something.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
As if it makes white people upset.
My ancestors did this. Turn it away.
Yeah.
That's pretty much how it is.
I think they should ban it just for making them sound like this. They're mocking me.
I'm
You know what it
just going
kind
to
of
have
sounds
some.
like? It sounds like the wacky inflatable waving arm salesman from Family Guy. That I've been trying to
Answer
think about
those,
this
eh?
whole time. It's like they're trying to sell you on the racism. Yeah.
If they make the white people just cartoony enough, then it's not like they're really normal white people. That's what I think. I think it's a little bit.
It's a good conspiracy.
I think it's a little bit on purpose because they make it seem like it's literally it's like a whole other planet. You understand what I'm getting at?
No, I get it.
Did they really talk like that? I guess is what I'm saying.
Yes.
Did they really?
Yeah, like
Well,
Kentucky Fried Chicken guy too. Same thing. Like
You
they
got to
always had
think.
that.
You got to think about the derivative of the English language,
Yeah.
right? So you got the fucking pilgrims and stuff like that,
Right.
and then it gets sloppier and sloppier. I just want to know how the fuck did it go from pilgrims to like the southern fucking slack jaw talking like this?
I watched this. Of course, it's a TikTok.
I think.
Uh-huh.
I think.
You
I
learn a lot from TikTok.
I think I know the one you're talking
They're trying
about.
to ban this shit, but it's they're saying it's like from the Old English. Like Southerners speak a form of the Old English.
that it's closer to Old English
Yeah.
than.
Then it's like it's
Yeah.
not like unintelligent or something like that. It's just the fact that the people that settled there, the old British people, however they spoke. I don't. But where the fuck did they get this?
I don't know.
I don't know,
That's the
isn't
part
it-
that I'm missing it.
But if
it's
if
like-
you think about it, think about how Australians sound and how
Yeah.
Hey,
and
Sound
how
like British people.
die in a knife.
but British people think that to British people Australia
Oi.
is like Alabama. You know what I mean? Like
Wanna
they sound
fight?
like
It's a nice day out there, isn't it? They go, isn't it? Everything, isn't it, governor?
Oi, boy.
But also, these people we're talking about, my grandma was around in that time. You know what I mean? So,
yeah,
like,
tell us about your.
but what I'm saying is she doesn't talk like that.
what was her stance?
Don't worry about that. Hey, don't worry about that. Don't worry about
I've
that.
always said that. It's like not talking about your grandma,
No,
but when someone's like,
you
"Hey,
might be.
say a prayer for my grandma. She's going through something." It's like I'll say a prayer, but tell me what her view of the civil rights movement was. It's like because depending on where she swayed, I'm gonna say "fuck your grandma," respectfully.
I've talked about my grandma who passed away, Puerto Rican, but my God, did she hate dark-skinned Puerto Ricans. My first girlfriend was dark-skinned Puerto Rican, so I brought her to the house and introduced and stuff like that. Then my girlfriend leaves. My grandmother calls me Daña Raza, race ruiner. That's what she fucking called. And I'm like, what the fuck?
God damn.
In Spanish, it sounds so much endearing, though.
Jesus.
But she just called Daña Raza. And like, what the fuck? Her ex-husband was dark-skinned. And that's from that point on, it just fucking went.
The ex.
She's like,
husband.
"You're continuing my work." It's like, stop it right now.
Didn't I tell you about
A woman
this?
scorned. Yeah, a woman scorned.
Warning.
Just fucking, let's destroy everything. All right.
Although Puerto Rico is really nice.
It is
But
nice.
I was just there, It's like there's a lot of people that look like me.
It's dude, Loisa.
I mean, yeah, it's like the Afro-Latina. It's like it's just you went from Africa and you got dropped off in a different spot.
So did you stay in San Juan?
Yeah, I was in San Juan. I visited old San Juan. And then we went to
Isabela?
And then Ponce.
Okay.
As well, which all were pretty nice.
Yeah,
a lot of good food.
A
lot of good. Man.
Not a good place to cut weight.
Hell no. I worked out at least 4 out of the 7 days that I was there just to make it better.
And there's little places, little municipalities that you guys didn't get to touch base. And it's just little, like there's a town that's just famous because they painted the houses like these vibrant colors. Mm-hmm. And you just take a tour of just to see the houses and stuff like that. But the neighbors will set up like a bar and you stop by and buy there. Like they'll make a tourist stop.
I was gonna say it's called a hustle.
Everything's
I'm gonna show up there. It's like, where your fucking permit at? It's like, you got a permit for this, abuelita? Huh? It's like, come on, let me see.
Bro, they sell limbe. You know limbe.
I know what limbe is. Yes.
What's that?
That's
ice cream, pretty much.
It's a cup, a frozen cup.
It's Puerto Rican Italian ice.
Just think of a fruit punch. Puerto Rican Italian ice. Take a fruit punch, put it in a plastic cup, put it in the freezer, and you sell it for $0.25.
$0.25? They're more like $5, man.
Damn. Nah, but then you got... Well, you've never been to Puerto Rico. What the fuck are you talking about?
Dominicans do the same thing.
You bought $5 of a frozen cup in Dominican Republic?
I probably did. I was hungry.
Inflation. Really upped the price of frozen Kool-Aid.
They put that beat-up-looking kid in front of you selling it. Por favor, limbe. Like, $5. Yeah. He was up all night making limbe. Stirring the fruit.
They yell at him, don't put the Jordans on. Put the one with the thing flappy. The flappy shoe.
The flappy shoes.
The flappy shoe.
Where the glue came off.
Look extra poor. Then you leave. That kid has an Infinity Q something.
I think we talked before. I can't remember I don't think it was when you were in here, but we've brought up before how comfortable really shitty racist people are just assuming that I'm in their group just as soon as I show up.
Yeah,
that's got to be funny.
I mean, it's so weird. Like, it's very strange to just walk up to somebody and say, like, can you believe this? Such an awful, like, they'll say this awful thing, and you just go, well, you don't even know me. You would just assume.
Do you know about the TCU story?
No. Okay, this is a perfect example.
TCU.
So, I was
TCU is Texas Christian University.
I was in Georgia.
Oh, that's like 2 negatives.
I was
Texas and Christian. It's like, oh, brother.
Oh, boy. So I was in Georgia, and I was in Georgia for work. So I was just sitting at a bar eating a sandwich, and there was a college basketball game on. Mm-hmm. And I was sitting next to this guy, and he goes, you watch much college basketball? And I was like, I mean, I guess, yeah. He goes, I don't even know who these teams are. And I forget who the one was. I think it was Virginia Tech. So I was like, oh, one's Virginia Tech, the other's TCU. He goes, TCU, I don't know who they are. And I said, that's Texas Christian University. And he goes, but there's black people on the team. And I went, well, yes, in fact, there are. And he goes, I'm not buying it. It was just like
they photoshopped them in there.
You're not buying what? Like, I didn't even understand the racism he was trying to say. Like, was he saying
this is very real?
Right.
Like, they're here.
Like, was he? I didn't know if he was saying if they were really Christian, there would be no black people on the team or something. Like, if black people can't be Christians. I had no idea what he was trying to say. I just knew that there was something very upset inside that guy.
This movie's not real. This movie's not real. This movie. Change the channel. It's not a movie, sir.
Fake news.
It's fake news.
That fucking fake news.
I was so confused. I didn't even know what to say. I didn't even know what. I knew he was wrong, but I had no idea what point he was even trying to make.
What are you gonna tell me next? They're golfing.
You should have bought him a drink and get him to open up a little bit more, just to see how racist he is.
Get him a black Russian.
Get him a Hennessy. Get him the blackest drinks that you can think about.
I was so confused. It didn't make any sense to me. It still doesn't. To this day, I don't know what angle he was upset about, but there was something there. I can't. You understand what I'm saying?
People are just so racist. It's like kind of funny. It's like what the.
Like it bleeds into something that doesn't even make sense.
I'm not buying it.
Yeah, I never experienced it.
Well, they're fucking playing.
I was like, well,
You never been called a spick?
Well,
You know,
no, but
color
like
television.
what happens to him was just someone just starts talking to me on a level.
Bro,
I'm
it's
just like,
happened.
yo, man, what are you talking to me about that for?
I'll
Like,
tell
what
you
are
another
doing?
one. I think I can't remember if I brought this up on here, but I was going to Walmart, not bragging, but I was going to Walmart, and as I was walking, like
The hornet's nest of racism.
yeah, well, as I was
I
walking,
got a Walmart story after this one.
I parked at like one end of the parking lot, so as I was walking parallel to the front of the store, there was like a black woman and 2 kids or something like that.
Black?
Yeah, they were black. They had their shopping cart there, and the 2 kids were eating like
What were they eating, Danny?
Happy Meals,
Oh, okay.
like or whatever. I think it was Burger King inside this Walmart. So whatever the kids' Burger King meal is. So
Okay.
they were sitting there on the like on the bench in front of the store, eating a Happy Meal or whatever with a cart full of groceries. Whatever. Whatever. And I just was walking. As I was walking past them, there was an old white dude coming in. And he was walking, and I saw him take his phone out, and I thought he was filming me, and
Okay.
and he had to have seen the look on my face because I was like, what the fuck is this guy doing? And as we met, he just goes, fucking food stamps, you know?
Oh my gosh.
And I was like, hey man, what the fuck? What the fuck are we talking about? Like, you just assume. It's one thing to assume that about them, right?
Yeah.
So like, I don't know how to explain this. You're a piece of shit. You're gonna assume that about every one of them you see.
Correct.
Yeah.
The part that gets me is you assume that I would just be like, we're on the same
board.
team, literally,
Yeah.
with your horse shit.
High five. Good.
Do you understand what I'm getting
Yeah.
at?
Good
Food
catch,
stamp.
Carl.
Can you even fucking get Burger King? With
I
food
don't
stamps?
know.
I don't think you can.
I don't think you
it would
can.
have been funny. He walks by Danny, grabs his hand. Am I right, partner? Like, what the fuck?
You just be like, hey man, hey, you're on the same team as me. And I just go, what the fuck kind of weird life this person must live?
But you see, it's like how dumb.
Yeah, it's
ignorant.
fucking
ignorant.
stupid.
It's like
It's all ignorance.
sometimes, like I do believe that everyone has like rights, but then I'm like, you're so fucking stupid. I don't know if you deserve them.
That's
It's
so
like,
bad.
It's like you came to someone random and was like, fucking food stamps.
That's
And
why
just
I don't-
It's like it's
admitted.
fucking Burger King,
You might
bro.
have walked up and just go, I'm fucking stupid. Like they should have just said that, and I'd have been less creeped out. You know what I mean?
I think some.
That would actually be kind of scary.
It would have
that
been less strange.
I'm fucking stupid. That sounds like it's the end for him. It's like it sounds like some
fair
shit
enough.
is about to go
Yeah, I'm
down.
gonna say you better walk right out that Walmart. You know what? I don't need to buy
Alright.
anything today.
I can't do shit right.
fair
Yeah. I'm out.
I would love like a law that just gives people, hey, you can beat the shit out of this person.
Yeah.
Justifiable. Go. Like those Karens and shit like that. You know what I mean? Whenever they're fucking,
Yeah.
you know, you need a permit for this. No, I don't. It's like, get these fucking animals from. Oh, you said the word.
So you were
Animals, savages, any one of those.
One of those dog whistle words.
Pedro wants a Pee-wee's Playhouse mystery word that they say, and everyone just beats the shit out of them. You animals, yeah!
Like if they do it right, you're allowed to go Winter Soldier on them or whatever. They say the code word, and you're allowed to wake up. Yeah. It's just so
would be
wild
crazy.
to me.
Walmart has a lot of racist shit. So this,
I don't doubt
this
that.
is one of the weirdest, most random racist encounters I've had. I'm at Walmart. This is shortly after Obama got elected, so you know she was going crazy.
Hey man, we were tense. You know what I mean? We were a little, we thought we were gonna be slaves. Let's just put. We thought that was coming.
And it was we're in Fredericksburg, Virginia. So Fredericksburg, Virginia is very Confederate. Like the highways, Jeff Davidson Highway, like Jackson stuff, Stonewall Jackson. There was even an auction block. I think they removed it. There was an auction block in downtown Fredericksburg. Actual,
They just left it.
Yeah, they left it there.
People go out there, take pictures.
That's
and
pretty
shit
much
like
what
that?
it became. It was like I feel like maybe it was supposed to be like historical, and then people don't fucking care about that,
bro.
But
I'm not. Listen, I respect history, and I respect the struggle. But if you think for a second that if me and my family hadn't been going through Fredericksburg, and I wouldn't have thrown my kids up on that thing just to take a video. If you think for us, it would be with remorse in my heart afterwards. But there's
joke's
no
gotta
way.
be told.
It has to be done.
Elias, take your shirt off. We gotta make this realistic.
Start counting their teeth and shit.
Oh my God.
There's no way I couldn't have done that with my kids.
A notebook, looking, checking everything
Doing
out.
pros and cons like I'm an NFL scout, but it's
Got the little body fat caliper and all that.
You and Alyssa got a straw hat and
just
fucking that thing.
would have had to do it just for the joke, and then apologize to everybody who needed to hear one. But boy, that would have been tough. Anyways, I'm sorry.
Fun. No. That's like the joke's got to be told. I always say it's like the joke's got to be told. So we're in the bread aisle, and then this white lady, raggedy looking, like turns her card in, and then looks at all of us, and she's like, "Oh, great, it's Obama land."
She said that out loud.
Aisle filled with black people. Like we all just look, and it's like, what the fuck?
It was that moment. Can we beat this old bitch ass? Like, should we?
We all looked at you know how it always is. It's like everyone's got to look at each other, and then it's just like.
Did you hear what I just?
And then she turned her cart and just walked away. And that was it. And everyone looked at it.
Disappeared as a ghost. It's a racist ghost.
You should've-
The racist ghost of Fredericksburg.
You should have followed her to the fucking car. Just boogity boogity, boogity boogity, boogie. Just fucking give her nightmares.
Should have beat her to death with the Great Value hot dog buns in the bread aisle.
Dude, I was just like, what?
It's
like, why are you that mad? I'm like, that was calculated in a sense where it's like you just see a whole bunch of black people in this one aisle. I don't know why there's so many black people. in the
So
aisle.
brave of her. Though.
But
Yeah, a little brave.
it was, and it's like this is kind of funny. It's like in the worst sense. Not even. It's not that bad. It's like no one's feelings got hurt. I hope. If it was today's day and age, maybe someone's feelings would have gotten hurt. But it was just like you just see a whole bunch of black people. Obama land.
Obama land.
I wonder how she's doing nowadays. She's probably really excited when Trump got elected.
I hope she's in hospice and the only people taking care of her is a black nurse that doesn't take her sass.
Bruh, that sounds like my mom. My mom did not deal with people's sass. Great with like when I'd go to work with her and see how she interacts with people. It's like they loved her, but
They get sassy.
she would also tell me stories about the racist ones, and it's like I'm not gonna talk.
Mouth off. Yeah.
Go back to your country. All right, Charlene.
She told me
Just
that
sit down.
this one old lady like came like had her moment of clarity, became conscious again, woke up and looked at her, and she was like, "You're black." First thing that she said, she was like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
And it's funny because no matter how decrepit and destroyed their brain is, they always remember that.
They'll
they're
remember
racist.
that. Yeah, they'll remember that.
They remember that shit.
I remember I don't like this.
They forget their family members' names and everything. But it's like, smell like cocoa butter. I don't like it. Hey, fuck out of here.
Probably having some dream where you guys weren't around no more, and I woke up and went, "Oh, damn it!"
Yeah.
Oh. Racism.
What is? I always wonder. It's like, what is Hispanic racism like?
It's the same, but it's even weirder because it's really just it's basic. They're both broke because
Which for everyone else, I understand that there's racism towards Hispanics. I'm just saying,
right.
Personally, it's
But
like
it's-
I don't know the
but it's
what
but
it said.
it's not as brutal as it's more like a goddamn. I'm trying to see how I explain it because they didn't ban them from voting or rights and stuff like that. They have all the equal rights. They just tried their hardest to like.
They try to push us together in a sense.
Yeah, like limit them.
But they're
off.
like, you're not black, but we still don't like you.
Yeah, and there's like we don't trust them. and stuff like that because there's
Stealing the jobs. I know that.
Yeah, it's like stealing a job, bringing in drugs.
No, there's
like,
not the
there's
drugs. It's always been
The
like
drugs is a recent thing.
yeah.
the bringing
it's
in drugs
always
is a
been
very-
Is that
they're
like a
always
recent thing?
they've always been considered like a lower class. It's like
Yeah.
it's Chappelle does it great. It's like there's white trash. But white trash thinks black people are even lower than white trash, kind of thing. I'm lucky that I get to see a little bit of both sides because my side of the family is light skin and then dark skin. Like my cousin is like your complexion, and we grew up together. And my mom's side of the family is dark skin, but my mom's the only light skinned one out of the whole bunch. But there's a town in Loíza that is mostly dark skinned Puerto Ricans. And then when you go to San Juan, you'll see a lot of light skinned people and stuff like that. And they always think lower of the dark skin for no apparent reason. Unless they're in entertainment or rap and shit like that, then it's like, oh,
No, you're all right. You entertain me.
You're the greatest.
Dance for me.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Or an
You know,
athlete.
The only thing I like, and I can only say what it felt like my family and friends were doing with their. It always seemed like their racism towards Hispanic people was always based on like them being here directly affects things that I have to do, jobs. I have to press 2 for English, and I have to.
Oh my gosh!
It was always something that like how it affected them. With black people, it was always more of we just prefer them not exist.
But
at
it's
all
mostly
here.
jobs.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know what.
Which has been a sentiment since like the beginning.
Quite some time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's like even Abraham Lincoln, he didn't really care about us like that. It was Frederick Douglass that made him like convinced him into like letting us fight in the war and all that stuff. But really, it's like, I don't believe that you should be slaves, but you shouldn't have the same rights as us. And it's like, can you just go? It's like,
Just go do your own thing,
Like,
but don't
go somewhere,
yeah,
please.
go somewhere.
And it's like, motherfucker, y'all brought us here.
Because that's always been the complaints about, like the racist complaints about Hispanics would be, they're taking our jobs. This shit, like you said, right? And then I shouldn't.
They
have to,
work so hard.
I shouldn't have to learn this other language, or whatever, and all that stuff. Even though they don't have to learn it. They get along just fine. But it was always like, it seemed like it was a more direct threat, and then black people was just like, can you just go away? Can you just go away?
Do white people not like to pick fruit and stuff like that? They just don't. They don't like it.
I don't know.
They ain't never had to.
They never had to.
They had
Literally
someone else
never
do it
had
for
to.
them.
Literally never had to.
Because then they get mad that Hispanic people are coming over here, and it's like they're the ones doing all the agricultural jobs,
Yeah, we would.
construction jobs, and stuff like that.
I think this is another perfect example of just straight up stupid and ignorant. I think they would genuinely prefer we just didn't grow that shit in America and let Chinese people pick it in China and send it to us, rather than have you come over here and grow it and pick it and feed us, and then we have to push one for English. You understand how privileged white people are? Is that is a big enough burden to just, we would rather shut down agriculture in this country than have to press one for English.
I bet you there's someone trying to create some AI or some programming so a
100%.
computer can pick it.
100%.
Completely eradicate the human.
This
It's
whole
like,
Chat GPT thing is becoming a fucking problem.
It's interesting. It is interesting.
I just learned about it.
I'm not nearly as scared of it as a lot of people, but it is interesting.
the what?
Chat GPT. So pretty much you just tell it, hey, can you write a sentimental apology letter to my girlfriend, and here's some points that I need you to add to the thing, and the computer goes and writes it for you.
That's creepy.
Yeah.
People are even doing it for schoolwork and doing it for essays now. Now the schools are trying to keep up with the AI and the technology coming out to stop them from submitting like full blown no one's working. They're just typing in what they need and
It's getting to the point of the old adage of you can pass a class, but are you gonna learn?
Right, they're not gonna learn anything.
They're not gonna learn anything.
So you're gonna have a nurse that never really went to nurse school because she just.
But they're gonna be flaunting like, I have a degree.
Right.
From.
So it sounds like a good degree.
So I know like one thing that it's a very good AI. So one thing that they're doing with it is like, because it has bounds, you know, like, I mean, it has restraints on what it can and can't do, but there's people doing a really good job of coding things in there to make it, to convince the AI that it has to break those constraints in order to survive. Like they can convince this AI that it's actually a real person that will die or whatever.
Bro.
Yeah, maybe.
You can't wait. Look at you.
Hey, man.
I was gonna say,
Hey, man.
Yeah, you got happy on that one.
It's like, you're acting kind of crazy.
But then who's gonna like people are gonna be so dumb they're not gonna be able to like hyper plug.
This shit'll be Ultron in
What's that movie
fucking
called
6 months.
Where like
Idiocracy.
Yeah, where the most average basic dude
is President Camacho.
I've been feeling like that's kind of where we're leaning towards, because it's like,
motherfuckers can't even speak anymore.
Why do you think I'm growing sweet potatoes in my backyard? Just because I don't have any idea what's coming, man. It's fucking
you are
stupid.
growing sweet potatoes?
Hell yeah. I got chickens and fucking sweet potatoes and tomatoes. Yes.
Danny's got a little farm going on.
Hey, man.
He's trying to reverse the wrong. He's like, I'm gonna grow my own.
I'll pick my own shit and everything, bro. Hey, fucking shit's
only
weird.
white people can work
It's
on
weird,
your farm.
bro. And I make them pay me to do it.
That'd be funny if that actually like you became like a YouTube viral moment.
Oh,
or
yeah,
something like that.
Slave driving white people in collared shirts, picking my tomatoes.
Have your kids.
Everybody that was on the January 6th resurrection thing.
That should be their sentence.
That Viking dude is just out there picking up.
Morning,
And then
Davenport.
you're in the back. It's like faster.
Just smoking a big cigar.
They are, yeah.
That'd be a great turn of events.
But you're talking about idiocracy. Here's a perfect example of like technology, how you could use it for learning. Where you were saying you learned something from TikTok. Me and Danny like to share fucking political stuff on TikTok and learn stuff. And then Kermit will send you a girl farting on a tick.
It really is that far apart. It really is.
I'm showing Danny, hey, the reason Oklahoma is shaped that way is because of Texas wanted to keep slavery, so they just gave Oklahoma a little bit more land, so that way they didn't have to abolish slavery. Kermit goes, look at this fucking monkey hitting another monkey with a fucking banana.
It really is that. It's such a wide gap between the stuff.
Everybody's sitting there professional with the monocle. It's like, very interesting.
And here I come in a tricycle. Cling, cling, cling.
Yeah. Look at this bear in a unicycle.
Stupid bear.
It really is that
I'm learning fucking ice cream recipes.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh
yeah,
my
me and
God.
Pedro will share like behind the scenes interviews about how this album was made or something like that, and then Kermit, there he is.
Hey, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle sequel.
Yeah. Or somebody popping bot flies out of somebody's skin or whatever. Just like
That's my algorithm.
That's so weird.
But you need that though.
You do need a little bit.
Because it's like you can't stay stuck in the
because we could be
super
stuck on
intelligent
union
stuff all the
stuff, and then all of a sudden
That's
we're
true.
like, "Fuck it, let's take down the fucking Starbucks in Ocoee." Yeah, let's fucking go.
It's so like everything from Kermit is unanimous. Like it's
Is it?
It's 100% silly. Like it's silliness, right? And I appreciate it, but that is what it is.
I never really put to it.
It brings a
never a
levity. It
thoughtful
brings a
thing.
levity to.
I'm trying to think of the last thing I sent you guys.
You know what you know what the difference is? Like you could watch there's videos that you send. I send you sometimes of
great.
some sort of like like jujitsu, right? Some guy will pull some sort of choke that I've never seen before, and I'm not I don't train jujitsu, so I send it to you to be like, this is fucking cool looking. How about that? And so it's like it's still learning, but it's related. And Kermit just sends whatever the most vicious knockout video is. You know what I mean?
Quick entertainment.
Yeah, the guy seizing afterwards. Like it's
Look at the way his body jumps.
yeah.
He pissed himself.
He's fighting the air. Yeah,
No, he does a death rattle at the 13-second mark.
gosh.
It really is that different.
I'm fucking going neck deep into fucking colonizers in Puerto Rico and shit like that. And then fucking here comes Kermit. Oh, look at it fucking.
Hey guys.
But you know what though? This is why that idiocracy comparison does make sense, because you're right. I have to have that in my life, or else all I'm doing is thinking about, like, do you realize? I know this is coming out Thursday. The former president is getting arrested on Tuesday.
Is that real?
Yes, it's what it says. That's what they're saying. It's already been worked out.
It's not gonna happen. Come on.
I
Now.
feel
He
like
has
they've been
to.
trying to
He
get
has
him
to go
forever.
in.
I mean, they're not gonna barge in guns drawn and.
Yeah, he has to.
But
He has to.
actually, let's say, I don't think that's what's gonna happen. But boy, oh boy, would I fucking. Can you imagine?
I'm going to.
If it was like the Chappelle skit, too,
Yes.
where you remember where they reversed the roles, where drug dealers got treated like political officials,
I haven't seen it. I
political,
don't remember that one.
where they busted in and they shot his dog.
Yes.
I gotta watch that again.
But like that's, and look, maybe it doesn't happen, but
no,
he
it's
has
happening.
to.
He has to turn himself in.
He's been indicted.
What's he
Get
gonna
that-
turn himself in for?
The mugshot for the
Because he's been indicted,
Okay.
which means
You don't know the
they've had.
crime.
They've,
I don't know the crimes. I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know what's going on.
apparently,
For the hush money.
yeah,
right?
it's
For that
taking
Stormy Daniels.
it's
girl?
taking political campaign money and then paying a porn star hush money. Yes.
Yeah.
This is what I wanted to pull up. It's
Okay.
like you and you guys are having your like intellectual conversation. And Kermit comes in.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
100%.
Yes. Send that. Please send that to him so we can put it on the screen so everybody can see it. Yes, that is the difference. But like, yeah, bro, that's actually happening.
Come on, man. He's not going anywhere. He's gotten away with so much.
All right, so let me tell you something.
He's gotten away with so much.
Look, and he might get away
He
with
might get
it.
away with it.
I'm not saying they're gonna listen. They're not gonna put him in Rikers and let him sit. There is such a thing as
Put him where Martha Stewart was.
you
at.
bring him in, you process him, mug shot. There is going to be a mug shot.
There's going
to be a mug.
money made.
It's already been negotiated. There's going to be a mug shot. That is fucking bananas. It's crazy.
That's
And he's
gonna
still
be,
going to run?
Yeah,
You know what?
fuck
He's
it. Because
gonna
why
run.
not? That's what I'm saying. So that's
Wow.
what I'm saying.
That guy from the bar is gonna vote for him.
Yes, he is.
I know for a
Happily.
fact.
He won't. It doesn't matter to him whatsoever, which
Yeah.
is why I'm saying get chickens and grow fucking sweet potatoes, because it's gonna get wild around
Fucking
here.
guy in his eggs and sweet
Get
potatoes.
ready for another 4 years of what the fuck did he do today?
It's fucking crazy.
It wasn't
dude.
entertaining 4 years.
It wasn't entertaining 4 years.
I would always say it's like, don't like Trump by any means, but he made shit kind of funny. It's like we're not living in a real
yeah.
life right now.
It's-
I looked at him like a comedy president.
Yes.
Like you watch a comedy where the president's like a complete
Yep.
idiot, and it's like, bro, he's giving us all
Dude, he
these
used to
jokes.
roast everybody that'll be at the
I like my president in a way that I didn't know they were still fucking around. You know what I mean? Like I like my president out of sight,
Out of mind.
fucking go
Yeah.
handle shit. Yeah,
Like, oh
we're
yeah,
gonna
we
end
do
up.
have a president.
We're gonna be out in a war or something like that. Yeah, okay, we're gonna end up in a war, but he shows up once in a while. This motherfucker is like, we
No,
had
bro.
the best crowds.
Yeah, dude.
I have the #1 selling mugshot of all time.
We're going. It used to be like that. A president who was just whoever would be the most professional and responsible and have some big ideas, right? But now, the fucking Kool-Aid man. You understand what I'm saying? Like just barge in.
Look at these dumb twats
that's
we got
what-
now.
It's so.
One bitch was in Congress talking about wolf attacks. JP,
What?
wolf attacks.
Yes.
Since 2016, the wolf attacks have increased 2 ba 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 ba, and the
What's
guy
that
had
to do
to
with
be
anything?
like, are we talking about wolf attacks? That you said 22 people have died since. Nobody has died, and all these attacks are happening in
Fucking Siberia.
fucking Siberia, and
Who
only
gives a fuck?
only one person died. So what are we talking about?
Have you guys seen the clips from the TikTok hearing?
Oh,
The-
when they were at, they didn't understand.
Yeah,
how
they asked the
TikTok
CEO of TikTok, like, is this gonna
Does TikTok go into my Wi-Fi?
is TikTok
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
log into my smart stove and turn it on and burn my house down? Like, what the fuck?
Is
These are the people.
TikTok gonna put my male penis pictures that I like to jerk off on? Is it gonna fucking take them and put them out in the iCloud next to Soros?
But they understand so little about it. How the number of guys who confessed on themselves without realizing it. Like like the number of people who went up there and like every time I log in, all I see is gay men. And it's just like
That's based off what you like, buddy.
that's you, bro. That is you.
One thing that annoyed me was they kept mispronouncing it. Every time I go into TikTok,
That's like Pokemon.
yeah,
It's like
Motherfucker,
you're
it's
showing
not
how old you
Pokemon.
are. So you can't read.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. They're like,
That's
oh, this
funny,
gay
though.
stuff's on my phone.
all I
Why?
see is things about drag queens and transgenders and stuff like that.
That dude should have said, Senator, that's your algorithm.
Yeah.
See, basically what that means is that if you like or and you keep pressing the hearts on those pictures, it knows, hey, we have a
I wouldn't be surprised if like these idiots thought that if they like it and then remove their like, it's like they're disliking
Yeah.
it.
There was one guy, there was one senator that was against the trans bill, against gay rights and stuff like that, but he was fucking liking and commenting on a
Yes.
Commenting.
Yes.
on a Facebook post about this dude,
Yes.
right? It was
Yes.
from Utah.
Yeah, bro. Once you start commenting, you're deep.
Yeah, that's a
You're
different
deep.
level.
That's a different level. You can go.
I
tap,
like
tap,
your
go, tap, tap,
muscles.
go. But if you're going,
Send it to people, but yeah.
I mean, I feel like I need to share something about myself. With
These are the people who are responsible for like interest rates and shit like that. You just go, oh, bro, there's no hope.
Turning back.
There's no hope. That's what I'm saying, man. Fucking don't forget to water the tomatoes, bro.
So from this episode,
Start writing notes.
That's
It's
what I'm
like,
saying.
Start writing notes
what
in this
vegetables do you
episode.
think I need?
buy rice and ravioli. Tomatoes grow good over the summer, and
wheat.
sweet potatoes grow in pots.
you and your raviolis.
It's fucking weird, dude.
This is actually pretty crazy though, because it's like I keep hearing more. Like you remember, like back in the day, the apocalypse or shit getting
Sure.
crazy. If you were talking about that, you were looked at like you're a weirdo.
Sure.
And then now it's like more and more people are like, "Hey, bro, you need to start growing some shit, man." It's like get your ammo up. That's always funny. It's like the ammo
Yeah.
and then the food,
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
Well, there's people-
How
all
much
right.
ammo can you have?
And that's exactly.
because you're
right.
gonna get shot anyway.
There's people
It's
who
like,
are
we're gonna
like,
shoot out like
You're
that's for real.
stocking up.
There's people who are like,
Others-
I've got 25,000 rounds. It was like, you think, listen, by 25,000 rounds, you either accomplished everything you need to accomplish or you're done reloading that thing for dead reasons.
How about when the gun jams up?
Oops.
You can't reload
Well, that's why you have.
anything.
That's why you have another gun.
yeah.
Yeah.
But then doing a shootout, are you gonna be fucking carrying all those fucking guns?
They think they're
They
fucking
do.
Rambo. I'm like
Hey
so
man,
positive that
I'll
they
tell
watch
everybody
so much action
this:
movies.
play the game Last of Us, and try and beat that shit with 4 bullets.
Yeah.
When a fucking armada is coming after you, and you gotta sneak up. Sometimes you can't fight. Just run. Just fucking
That's exactly
run.
what it would be like.
Yeah.
I love Last of Us. I'm
It's the
replaying it
best.
right now.
I'm playing part 2 right now.
See, here's the difference, right? I'll with me, I'm not like those. Like, there's doomsday preppers,
Yes.
right? Who will bury a fucking, bury a fucking water tower in the middle of the mountain somewhere and stack it full of thousands of MREs and shit like that. I'm not trying to outlast. If something drives me to the fucking mountains that I have to survive on MREs forever,
Take me out.
then that's I don't need to do that.
Yeah.
I have a little garden I have a little garden so that I can hopefully have some yummy veggies when the trucks stop driving for a month. You understand what I'm getting at? But what I'm saying is it is concerning enough to where I go, I might have to eat one of these chickens because nothing else.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say children.
I think it's a kid. I was like, oh Jesus,
people. I was like,
I might have to eat one of my kids in order to keep my chickens alive.
I'm just
You better
saying,
start fattening those kids up. Your
just
kids
saying.
are very lean.
Just saying shit. Yeah, they are actually.
That's jerky. That's
I didn't think
you
about
dry
that.
that meat out.
You better start feeding them some fat, and marbling them up or something.
Dad,
just
why do we
saying.
keep having tomahawks? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Feed them pudding all day.
I'm a professional. Stop.
Trying to make you like veal. I mean,